Okay, it's recording.
Okay, thank you. Okay, so we'll be talking about breeding information management system we call BIMS, and me and Tain Lee will be the presenter today. So outline of the webinar today is I'll give you a brief introduction, and then the main content will be in two parts. First will be leveraging BIMS. So we will talk about what you can do with BIMS. And the second part is creating your own programs. There, Taylor is going to talk about like how you actually add your data. And then we have some future directions. So what is BIMS? So BIMS is a secure and comprehensive online breeding data management system that allows individual breeders to store, manage, archive, and analyze their private breeding program data. So there is no need to download anything. You just need an account to use this. And it's compatible with Fieldbook app and BRAPI compliant. It's developed as part of crop community databases to provide data management tools to breeders. But then it's now available for any plant breeder. So our project, so we as a team, we built 5 crop community databases. That's for Rosaceae, cotton, vaccinium, citrus, and pulse crops. So these have separate individual 5 community databases, but then the altogether 2020 value of production is about $24 billion. And along with these community databases, we build associated tools, and BIMS is one of them. And then we also have GenSAS, which is Genome Sequence Annotation Server. So if you are interested in annotating a new genome, please check this out. Okay, so a bit of history of BIMS. So we first built Breeder's Toolbox in GDR, Genome Database for Rosaceae, around 2013. So we worked with Rosebreed projects to load all the data, and then they were able to search the phenotype and genotype in GDR. But then this was working fine, but then it also had management tools and some breeding decision tools such as cross assist and seedling select. But then it wasn't really readily utilized since all the data were loaded by us, not by breeders. So there was a gap between like having the data and then being available in the database. So we made BIMS at around 2016. So this system allows data in and out by breeders. So once you have an account and if you know how to use it, you don't have to go through us. So now, like BIMS is available in all 5 databases, which is post-crop database, cotton gen, citrus genome database, and genome database for vaccinium. But then now, like we've had a lot of requests from breeders who are not covered by these community databases. So we have a separate website called Breed with BIMS. And then if you are not one of those crop breeders that we cover for the community database, you can come in here and then create an account here and start using BIMS. So what you can do with BIMS. So BIMS interface looks like this. It's so on the top panel, like if you can choose crops here and then choose programs, and then on the right side there are like a link to home page and like your account page and log in and out. And on the sidebar, this is where you can select what type of work you want to do. And the main panel is where all the work is going on. And when you like do some stuff, like more tabs will open and you can go in between tabs. Before I say anything, there is a help section and user guide. It's pretty comprehensive. It also has manuals on how to load your data. Okay, so, and also like even though the data, all the data you put in here is nicely backed up and everything and secure, but then if you want to have all of your data in your computer as well, at any time and point, you can come in here and then archive, basically download all the data that you put in to BIMS, and you can do everything, or if you want to do part of it, you can choose here. Okay, so under manage breathing, this is where you can do like view overall data and simple data entry and some editing. So there are many sections. So for example, if you press program, here you can basically create a new program and then manage members. So if once you have an account, breeder account, you can create multiple programs. Like for example, you might work with multiple crops, then you can create like multiple programs. And in the beginning, you can try out like making it, deleting it, and whatever. So it's good for you to create like multiple programs and try out different things. And then manage members. So also I wanted to point out, like you can create your own program, or if you are doing some collaboration, you can have a collaborative program as well, because you can add some members in there. And so trade section, here it will show all the trade descriptors that you added in your program. And then if you click one of the trade on the right side, it will show the stats for all the phenotypic values in your programs, along with the graph and number of data points, minimum, maximum, mean values, and standard deviation. So this example is shown for numerical trait. And like if there is a link to go to analysis, data analysis section right here, if you want to do some comparisons. And if you click categorical trait, you will see a pie chart instead of the bars. And it shows like the categories and definitions that you put in. Yeah, this is again like in trades admin menu, you can add a new trade. Like if you just want to add one new trade, you can do it here. And then order, initially it will be alphabetical, but then if you have a couple of trades that you want to see on top, you can put it on top in this section. And then for those of you who has community database, you can import phenotypic data that is publicly available from the database like GDR. In that case, if you see the same traits that are named differently, in this match section, you can match them so that like they show up along with your data. And then the cross section will show all the crosses that you have entered with the data point and link to view. And also you can add a new cross here as well. And accessions. So again, like if you want to add just a couple of new accessions, you can do it here. Otherwise, you will use a template. or if you want to download a list of accessions, you can do that as well. And also you can view the phenotypic data of each accession. So if you do view stats, so you click one of the accessions here, and then you click view stats data, and then for that accessions, all the trait descriptors that you have data for will show up here, and then you will see the data here, the table format. Okay. And then trial section will show you all the trials data sets if you have genotype data as well. And again, you can add a new trial here and then view the details of each trial. And then you can also download all the data. So if you download this data file, you can use this as an input file for the Fieldbook app, which is the app that you use to collect the phenotype. Okay, now I'm going to show you how you search and do some data analysis. So you can search accessions with phenotype data or genotype data, and you can search accessions using both phenotypic and that has both phenotype and genotype data. And also you can search cross and do some analysis. Okay. The search accessions with phenotype data. So under search, you click phenotype, then you will see like you can search by properties such as accession names or trial, location, parent, or I can cover this later, but then if you have a custom properties, you can do that here. And also you can search by trait cutoff values. So here I chose trial, and then I clicked two. And then if you click those two, it shows on the right side that matched 364 samples and how many phenotypic measurement. So now you want to narrow down by some of the custom properties. So here I chose B. Okay, so A and B. So this shows like for these trials, you have 21 occurrences for A and 343 for B. So now I chose B. And then I want to further narrow down using some trait cutoff values. So I chose fruit length, I think. Then it shows the distribution of the data that you have limited so far. So that has this trial name and then source B. And so this is like the minimum is 11 and then maximum is 31. And you can put like, you can choose like over 15 and below 25 or something. So you can keep doing this until you are satisfied. And then on the right side, it will show how many phenotypic measurement satisfy this criteria. So like then if you click view, a new tab will show up and it shows phenotype search result. So initially, the table will show the phenotypes that you used to narrow down your data set. But then there are many columns that you can expand. So if you expand column options for phenotype, so here you can add more columns in your result table. So you can put like the parents' information or sample properties, or you can add more traits. So I clicked some of them. Then you will see the columns show up in the result table. So So then you can download the data in the wide form or long form. Like in long form, the trade name will be in the columns. And if you click statistics in the downloaded Excel file, you will see some stats for that data set as well, and you can download. And if you go to click your user, this is your user account icon, you will see all the downloaded files so far. So you can go back and re-download. And like, in addition to downloading, you can also save search results, and saving results is really useful because you can use this later in further searches. So like for this search, you can name them, and then description, I normally like put whatever categories that I used like here so that you know exactly what you did. And then save. Then this saved results, you can like access it here later. So now, like search accessions with genotype data by SNP properties. So you go under SNP genotype and then accession properties. So you can choose, for example, like I want to get the phenotype that I used with marker name start with USDA. So this is by marker properties, and add, and you see the result here. And then you can also search by genome location of the markers. So you choose genome name, and then chromosome, and then location. Okay. So you have the result here, and then you can view. Then the new tab shows up here, and then I can save this search like USDA marker chromosome 8, and then I put all the details in the descriptions. Now you can download the data, because the SNP genotype data is huge, so you don't necessarily need to view on the page, but you can download either with wide form or long form. Okay, so now you can use saved accession list for further queries. So for example, here, when you search data with genotype data, here you can choose accession list. So here, I chose the search that I just made. And then you can search by accession names. So accession names that start with PD75, okay. And then again, you can add like accession lists, cream petal, that this is what I created, the accessions, cotton accessions with petal, like with cream color. So this way you can combine genotype and phenotype in your query. So like genome location of the marker that you use in the genotyping, and then also phenotype like cream petal, and like whatever you want to do. So here, this is the result of that combination query. And here you can either download phenotype or genotype, or further save the result here. I think here I'm going to do, like I came to saved search section, and then you can click with all color data and view. Okay, and then you can like do the further search or go to data analysis or something. So now data analysis section. What this shows is like you can choose some categories. So for example, here I chose data year, and then it shows 2010, 11, 12. And so I wanted to compare these 3 years of data. And I did choose these and then click compare, and then it will compute. And then you can choose any of the traits here. Then it shows on the right side, like for the 3 data sets, it shows the distributions of harvest days with minimum, maximum, mean for all those 3 sets. And if you want to cross out one data set, it will show only 2. So here you can choose categories, but then you can also use saved search results. So you can query any way you want to, and then you can compare those data sets here. Okay, this is what it shows. Okay, now I want to show you cross search. So you can click cross here, and then for example, you choose parent, and then you want to choose like these 2 as a mother or these 2 as a father, and you can click it, and it shows it matched 5 crosses. Then here again, you can add some more columns, and then view or download data. So as I've shown you, like BIMS will allow you to do some flexible query to compare data sets. So you can search by genotype, phenotype, cause, or properties. And then you can create accession list, and then you can use that in the query as well. So once you do all the query, you can get any data type you want, like genotype, phenotype, or cause, or any properties. So and then you can go to analysis page, and then like compare any type of data sets that you created. Okay. Now Tain is going to show you how to create your own program, and then how to add data. So I'm going to stop share.
Okay. Can you hear me?
Yes.
Okay. Do you see my screen?
You need to switch
Oh
receiver,
no.
presenter view.
Yeah. How can I switch? Button?
You can
New
switch which
share.
screen it.
So this one I share, and then this. How about that?
That's better.
Okay. So I'll talk about how to create your program. Okay, create account. So first of all, you don't need to create account to use the BIMS. If you just browse search data on the public program, then you don't need it. But if you want to have your own program, you need a create account. To create account, you need a request account to us. So we have 26. We have 5 sites, and it's covered 26. And then we have one more site that's if your crop doesn't belong to this 26 crop, you need to use that site. And if you ask request account, we're gonna tell you where to create account. And then same time, we're gonna give you a breeder permission. And then once you get the breeder permission, you can create your own program. Okay. Okay, this is the home page for the BIMS. It's a program page actually. And here you can see you can see all the program belong to you. So what you not see here is other people's private program. You only see your program or public program. So first time you come here, you only see the public program because you don't have your own program. So to create a program, there's the admin menu for the program, and then you click the create, okay? And it's bring to pop up the form for creating a program. This is kind of simple. You just put the program name there on top, whatever you want, and then don't use the special character. It's messed up. So actually you don't need these three keywords, what to say. You may change accession because some people doesn't want to use the accession name. It means stock. Some people using the germplasm or line. But if you don't care, just keep use accession. That's it's easier. Okay. And then once you create a program, you want to add the members. Okay. So you go again, same admin menu for program and click member. And then it's bring up the form to add a member. So your member need have account. And once they have account, you just type here is the autocomplete. So you just type the couple first letter of the username of your group member, and then names should be show up. And then you have to decide which permission you can give. Okay. So what's difference read only and edit is edit, you can add data and modify data, and also you can delete data. Okay, so if you doesn't want, you don't want to give the permission to the student, maybe if you don't want to feel good, then just keep read only. Okay, read only just can search the data and just view data. You cannot upload data. Okay. So once you create a program and then you added the group members, now you want to upload the data to the BIMS. Okay, there's a 3-way to upload the data to BIMS. So first of all, using template, and then you can use the BIMS page to upload. Well, it's not upload, but adding data. And then there's a call application for Fieldbook, and you can get the data from there. And I cover both 3 of them. And before I talk about that, there's a manual for the data import in the BIMS page. So you can take a look at it. It's really comprehensive. So it's really help. Okay, here's the sidebar of the BIMS. Okay, if you want to add data directly, so for example, if you just want to add the data, 1 or 2 data, like a 1 or 2 accession, you don't want to create a template to upload the data. Just using this, go to the accession page here and then add in manually. And if you have a bunch of data, like 30 or something, maybe 100 accession, you don't want to using the 1 by 1 using this. So you're going to create a template and then upload it. And then if you want to add it data from the BIMS, I'm sorry, the Fieldbook, you just go the Fieldbook management. Under there, there's a bunch of links to upload it or, export, import data from the Fieldbook. Okay. So first of all, import data directory. So I think it should mention how to add the trait. So if you want to add 1 trait, you just click trait, and this is the form for adding 1 trait. So you just decide the name of the trait and then data format. format we here is the list of the format available for the trait. And then you decide what format it is, and then you can add more other trait property of the trait, and then you can add it. Okay. So next is upload, get the import data using the template. This is the most popular for the breeders. So there's a two-step to upload the data. First of all, you have to mapping, and after mapping, you upload the data. Okay. So mapping part is you have a data in several different formats, and then you have to map your data to our fit our BIMS template. And sometimes it doesn't fit, BIMS template doesn't fit your data. So there's a way, we have a kind of solution for that. So I'll explain later. But once you map the data, you try to upload the data to the BIMS. Okay, so the template, you just go the data template section and then click the template list, and you can see all the template. And then if you click a view, you can see what column you need for that template. And each one has download. Basically, it's download one Excel file and one worksheet. So each template represent a worksheet. So I really recommend click here to download all the template in once. So you have a one Excel file and then all that worksheet for the template. Okay. And once you map your data to our template and then ready to upload, you come here, data import, and then click upload data, and then choose data, Excel file, and then you upload. Once you upload, your job will be show up in here. So if say by you can see this date, you upload this data. And then if group member added, uploaded, you can see the group member name here, and then you see the job name here. And then this way you can tell who and when upload your data to your program. You can trace back. Okay. And then you click the view, you see the job page. Okay. And the most important thing is status of job is say complete with warning. Okay. And here bottom, you have a job log. I'm gonna briefly explain about the log. Okay. Let me see. So we have a new data log and then warning log and then duplicate log, and then right there behind there's no error. So this job doesn't have an error, but usually first time you upload it, you might get error. Okay. And this is the example of the error log. You don't know what you're talking about, but it's okay right now. You run soon. But this one basically saying you have an error from the phenotype template and then complain, okay, phenotype template complain that the stock is not found. So maybe missing, you have to add it stock before phenotype templates uploaded, okay? And this is the warning log. Usually they skip because warning doesn't stop uploading data. It's just warning. But sometimes useful if you make a mistake like a typing, you can find the mistypo in this log. Okay, so this is a common mistake. And new data log is tell you where the data store in the table. Basically, you just need to check if this new data log is empty, meaning maybe your data is not added. Okay, so you just use this log to figure out where the data is. Okay, so now I'm talking about the custom field. So I said sometimes your data doesn't fit to your our BIMS template, right? So for example, suppose you have a data called source, and then we don't have a source in the template. So you want to add it. Okay. So you just type double pound and then source. And then in the phenotype template. And then also you need added the property template, name source, and then type it should be the name of the template. So phenotype. So this way, BIMS knows, okay, you have a custom property called source. So they're gonna upload the data, this data to the BIMS, okay? And so once you added custom field, you wanna search by search that data with BIMS. So here you see the icon there. That's a configuration file icon. And when you click, this page show up. And then you click the search phenotype category. Okay, it's okay, this page show up, and then you wanna add it source, and then you see the data is A, and then probably B and C. So you have to decide what data type of the your custom property is, and then it's categorical. You can select, and then you click the save configuration. And then when you go search page, you can see the custom property and then the source show up. So this way you can search your custom property by value. Okay, and then here, this the field book management section. You wanna export and import data from between the BIMS field, you come here. So data import between BIMS field book, there's a two-way, and one is using the field file. This is a physical file. So you create a field file with BIMS, and then you upload the field book, and then you do the data collection with using the field book, and then export to the field file, and then upload the field file to the BIMS. Or the other way is you import it field from the bin using BRAPI, and then you do the correct data collection there, and then you export the data using BRAPI. So what's the difference is this physical data, physical file doesn't involve. So you don't need to care about the data field file using BRAPI. So here say the observation data collected on the field file cannot be exported with BRAPI, meaning you create a field file using BIMS or you yourself and upload to the field file field book, and then you do the correction data. And then to export, you cannot use BRAPI. You have to use field file, export to the field file, and then upload the field file to the BIMS. So that's something. So you already have a field data in the field book. You cannot just export using BRAPI. You must import field file from the BIMS using BRAPI, and then do the data collection, and then export to the using the BRAPI. Okay. So here how to do the data import using BRAPI. So first of all, you have to do the connection, connect the BIMS and then fieldbook. So basically, fieldbook first step is fieldbook ask BIMS to authorize fieldbook to access the data in the BIMS, and then you click here and then make a connection there, and then you collect the data. And then once data is collected, you export it to BIM using Bravi. Yeah. Okay, that's my section, how to get started. And next is further development. You want to take over, Sue?
Okay, so further development. So we are actively working on the management of image data. So we are expecting maybe this is available in January probably. And we are also collaborating Breeder Genomics Hub. So this is a hub where you can log into and then do all sorts of genomics analysis. And then what we are trying to do is you go into Breeder Genomics Hub and then access data in BIMS so that you can like do the analysis. So this is pretty exciting, and we will see, like we will let you know when this is available. And also we are working with Craig Hartner in Australia to have this global performance prediction tool. So this is more for public use. So like with this tool, people will be able to predict the performance in different environment with just the SNP genotype. And then we will keep support new functionalities of Fieldbook app. Like Fieldbook sync function is like if your lab has multiple people phenotyping using several the Android app, then right now it doesn't sync in between the Androids, but then what they do right now is they load the data into BIMS and then download the files again into their phone, and then that way it's synced. So you can do that, but then like they are working on syncing in between Android tablets themselves. And then also they are working, I mean, it's beta version is already in for the Fieldbook multiple measurement. And we will be, after this image functionality is done, we will be working on allowing storing the multiple measurement in BIMS. And then also the GPS for unique IDs. We will, I don't think we will have to do a lot to do this, but they can just upload the GPS to BIMS, I think, once it's available. And then we will work on more decision-making tools as requested by the community. So this is the team, and like people in our lab, and then also we have a new SCRI project, and we have a lot of collaborators from all over the institutions in US and also in the world. Okay. And so we have, I think, time, 10 minutes. So you are welcome to ask any questions. I think like more people joined. Judy, I think you can stop recording now.
I want to ask